Yeah, Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahweh Shai, all praises and all honor and all glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and do well. To the elders in Connecticut, the apostles in Connecticut, to the bishops, the priests, the teachers, the evangelists, and the four winds, preaching the truth with sincerity, risking your lives more now than ever, the hopeful elect, Shalom, right? To you Israelite foreigners who phenotype may look like another nation, but bloodline goes back to Israel through your father and have come back to the fold, Shalom. To you sisters, you Akwathium, who listen and learn under your husband, which is your spiritual leader, with meekness and with silence. This your brother Aram Yahawada with the lesson, right? And it says, this is Matthew, classic, you know, back to the basics type situation, real quick, that the Lord put on my heart to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it while the Lord has it on my heart to do it. So it says, which is heart meaning lob, which is your mind. So he put it on my mind to do this. So, and then so it says Matthew chapter 5 verse 17, and it has these various different versions, right? Versions of this verse, right? And then I noticed that the New International Version says abolish. The New Living Translation says abolished. The English Standard Version says abolish. And I don't even know how to say that word. Baron, I don't know how to say that. Standard Bible, right? Basically says it. So, abolished, right? So, I'm going to go ahead and just read this, the New Living Translation, because I like that, the way it reads. It says, do not misunderstand, right? Why I have come, right? Which is talking about Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, right? Right? Which is not the same as the Father. He said that I came to do the will of my Father. If my Father sent me to do his will, then his will is not necessarily my will, right? It's somebody else's will, right? So they can't be the same person, right? Though he is in agreement with the will, right? We're not the same person. It's basically more of he saying this is the commandment of my Father, and I'm going to do what he commanded me to do. So you as a person, you don't command yourself to do. Now, you may, what they call, hunker down or force yourself to do something that you know needs to be done, right? But that's not the same as doing another person's will, right? So they can't be the same person. Plus, who the world, Yahweh Shai said that his Father was greater than him. He said, I can do nothing but what I've seen my Father do, as a son would do. You even this day, little children, little sons see their fathers or stepfathers or uncles or whatever, big brothers or whatever, and they will mimic them. They will copy them. So it's only natural, right, for him to do that. And then it says that he is the express image of the Father, saying that if the Father ever came on earth, this is what he would look like. But the Father would never come on earth because, you know, the Father is just absolutely way too powerful to actually come on earth like that, right? That's why he sent his Son to create the earth, right? And that's what, right? And not to mention, there's another thing, a reason why it's not the same is because when you go to Daniel 7, it says that the Most High, that the Son came unto the Most High, the Son of Man came unto the Most High, right, which is Yahweh, by the way, and Yahweh gave him dominion, and he's going to give him a dominion that lasts forever and ever. Well, if I'm the same person, why would I need to give myself dominion if I already have it, if I'm that person? It doesn't make you people don't make sense. But there's no here nor there, and I went a long thing just because it's one of those pet peeves that I have with people saying silly things as if they're the same person. That just ridiculous. But it says, do not misunderstand why I have come, right, which is Yahweh Shai. I did not come to abolish the law of Moses or the writings of the prophets. No, I came to establish their purpose. Ooh. Oh, that kills it. That kills it, right? No, but I came to establish their purpose. Wow.
Abolish.
Right? So the Lord said he didn't come to abolish, right? Destroy, abolish, right? Right? So which one of those definitions of
destroy?
Abolish is destroy, right? Right? And it tells you, it says abolish definition, a verb, it says formally put to an end, right? So if you want to do something, you want to formally put something to an end, right? put an end to, right? Put it into something, right? It means to abolish. That's what abolish means. A system, right? A practice, right? And a practice goes into customs, right? It's also, when you say a practice, it goes into someone's custom, which that's what the Lord said we're here to do. We're here to practice the righteous acts. So which is our custom, right? Or institution, right? Yeah, this is Matthew chapter 5 verse 17, King James Version. Think not that I come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. This is the Amplified Version. It says, do not think that I come to do away with the law. I mean, that is plain English. I mean, do not think that I come to do away with the law. This is the Lord speaking, right? or undo the law of Moses or the writings of the prophets. I did not come to destroy, but to fulfill. Right? Yeah, so this is the, Matthew 5 and 17, Greek interlinear, so we already know what abolished is. So, in fact, let's go into that real quick.
Strong's G 2647, katalawo,
Katalawo, right, in the Greek, katalawo, to dissolve, disunion, unite, right? So he said, I'm not coming to disunite, right? What has been joined together to destroy, demolish, right? So he said, I didn't come to destroy it, I didn't come to demolish it, right? But I want to get more onto that part of it being, because what he's not trying to destroy or demolish. The prophets was about giving the Israelites the law, right? According to the law, and the wages of sin is the transgression of the law, right? So without transgressing the law, there's no such thing as sin. For sin is the transgression of the law, right? So it says,
Strong's G 3551, Namas.
Namas. It says the root word etymology from the primary nemo to parcel out, especially food or grazing to animals, right? Right. Anything says outline of biblical use, right? It says anything established, right? So it's the thing that you have to establish. There's anything received by usage. So that means that you're the thing that the Israelites have always did is use the law, right? So the Lord said, I'm not coming to do away with you establishing the law. I'm not doing away with you received by usage of the law. What you have received by usage of the law, by keep using it. I'm not taking away you using the law to you. You know what I mean? A custom. So what is the law? The law is the custom of the Israelites, right? A law, a command, right? See, and it also it was a commandment of the Most High to do the law. Of any law whatsoever, right? Dealing with, really ultimately the laws of the Most High. It says a law or rule producing a state provided of God, right? See, and the Most High, or the power, because really God goes into power. The Most High, Yahweh, right? That's who established or provided the producing, or the establishing, or the usage, or a custom of the law, right? Of the Israelites. And okay, so this is Romans chapter 3, verse 31. It says, do we then make void the law through faith? Right? So now that we're in a situation, everybody's talking about the faith, which we always had to have faith. I mean, you go all the way back to Ecclesiastes. It says we walk by faith and not by sight, right? So we're to walk by faith and not by sight. So because we do that, do we void the law? Right? It says, God forbid we establish the law. So let's look at it in the Amplified version. It says, do we then nullify the law by this faith, making the law of no effect, overthrowing it? And that's basically what Christianity is. Christianity takes the law, and basically you say, because it says that because of law it brings death, right? That, oh my God, the law says it's a curse, so we can't have nothing to do with the law, right? So you still, well, let me go ahead and finish this. It says, making the law of no effect, overthrowing it. It says, certainly not. See, just because Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, came and died, doesn't mean you could just do away with the law. You could overthrow it, right? Right, because first and foremost, the Lord said that His word goes out and never come back void. So how can you overthrow the law if the Lord already spoke the words of the law? He can't take it back, because it will say that it will mean that He's imperfect, right? I only know of one thing where the Lord changed, right? And that's with Jacob married Leah and Rachel, which are sisters. But then when you go into the law, it says that you cannot marry the sister while she's alive. So if the other sister died and you wanted to marry that sister, you can do that. Just like in the law, according to the law, if the brother dies and don't have a child, the wife is supposed to be with the brother so she can have a son, so he can leave a name, leave a heritage to his brother, right? That's part of the law, right? So but the thing with this is the Lord said Certainly not. On the contrary, for we confirm and established, and we know what the confirm, establish, it basically goes into it being what? Our custom, right? We confirm, establish, and uphold the law, which the law is going into our custom, right? As Israelites, right? We have to affirm and uphold our custom, since it convicts us all of sin, pointing to the need for a savior or salvation, right? And we do, as Israelites, we need salvation from our sins, and we need salvation from our enemies, right? Because we're behind enemy lines in our enemy's land. We're behind enemy lines in our enemy's hands, right? Because they have the power, right? So you so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, you ought to realize that you're in your enemy's land. Even though this was America and this used to be the natives' land, and that was all Arizona, California, New Mexico, Colorado, probably even Nevada, Colorado, Texas, all that was Mexico, right? So you know what I mean? Blase blah, whatever. At this point, you're behind enemy lines because you're in their hands. They have the power, right? Right? We're still in the blue letter, right? So this is Romans 3:31. Going back into that part with the law. I'm just gonna go into that real quick. Just
Strong's G 3551. Namas.
and the main thing is to receive by use, a custom. See, showing that it's our custom, right? To do so, to keep the law. Salakia. Yeah, so back here, blue letter, interlinear blue letter. Let me go back, so I want to get the actual versions for the King James. So we do not void the law. Do we make void the law through faith? Yeah. The power, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai forbid. Yea, we establish the law, right? So Salakia. We establish the law, right? Go back to the point of the law being established. What are we establishing? It says anything established, anything received by usage, a custom. So we're establishing what? Our custom, right? So that's ultimately what we're doing. The Mosaic law, right? Which came from Moses, right? But so we're establishing our custom technically, just ultimately. Okay, let's look up the word establish. Salakia. Go back out. Go back into this. Salakia. Establish.
Strong's G 2476. Histemi. Histemi.
Histemi. To cause, to make, to stand, to place, put, set, to bid, to stand by, to set it up, right? In the presence of others, or in the midst. See, we're in this world, so in the presence of other, in the midst of this world, these are things, are customs that we're to have. Before judges, before members of the Sanhedrin, right? That's just one of those old things they're bringing up. But ultimately the law came from the Most High way before the Sanhedrin. So I mean, right? To make firm, to fix, establish, to cause a person or a thing to keep his or its place. So the Lord said, hey, look, I called you to keep your place in who you are. Keep it and establish in the law, right? So it says, just, basically I made the point, because that's going to make me go into a whole bunch of other stuff. But basically I made the point. It's to uphold our customs and to keep it, right? So the Lord said that he didn't come to abolish. Yeah, so I did all that to get to this, right? So it says Matthew chapter 27 verse 24. It says, and when Pilate saw that he was getting, so this is King James version and the Amplified version. I'm gonna read it from the Amplified version side. So when Pilate saw that he was getting nowhere, but rather that a riot was breaking out, he took the water and washed his hands to my bad. Yeah, so this is Matthew chapter 27 verse 24, and this is you have the King James version on the left side and the Amplified version on the right side, but I'm gonna read it on the right side because I did all that showing you that it's our custom and showing you that breaking it down, showing you that it's an Israelite custom, so you don't void the law through faith. It's our custom. It's a thing that we have to do. But when you go into this, so I did all that to get to this. So it says so when Pilate saw that he was getting nowhere, but rather that a riot was breaking out, he took the water and washed his hands to ceremonially cleanse himself of the guilt. So whoever this is in the Amplified version, they understood something. See, because when you go to church, they don't teach you that it was ceremonially. So I'm going through all that to show you that when the Lord said that He did not come to abolish, or He didn't come to destroy, but to fulfill, even this right here is a fulfillment of the law, right? What Pontius Pilate did right here, ceremonially washing his hands of the guilt, it is actually part of the law, right? So it says, in the presence of the crowd, saying, I am innocent of this righteous man's blood, see that yourselves, right? So it's right here. Just looked it up. It says ceremonially is an adverb that means in a way that a part of or relates to a ceremony. A ceremony is a set of formal acts that are performed on important social or religious, right? Which we're not religious. It's our nationality, but people perceive it as to be religious or whatever. But this is our nationality. It's our custom, right? We establish it. It's our custom, right? Occasions, right? Yeah. So I know I went a long way just to get to the point of what I'm trying to get to, but here it is. It's Deuteronomy 21 and 1, and it says, if one be found slain in the land which Yahweh thy power, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, giveth thee to possess it, lying in the field, and it be not known who have slain him, right? Person get killed. It's an unsolved murder, unsolved mystery, right? Then the elders and thy judges shall come forth, and they shall measure unto the cities in which are around about him that is slain, and it shall be that the city which is next unto the slain man, even the elders of that city shall take an heifer which have not been wrought with, and which have not drawn in the yoke, and the elders of that city shall bring down the heifer unto a rough valley, which is neither earned nor sown, and shall strike off the heifer's neck in that valley. So this heifer has to be one that's never plowed a field. It's never did any strenuous work or anything, like basically perfectly, like innocent, like Yahweh Shai was. Like, you know what I mean? Without spot, wrinkle, blemish. It's got to be perfectly perfect in a sense, That's basically what the Lord is saying. But in this perfect thing, and it can't be in a place where it was sown or anything like that, where where it got used to bring up crops or anything. It has to be, you have to go find a heifer that's never plowed a field, never did any strenuous work, basically like innocent in a sense, showing you that the innocence of it, right? This is technically a ceremony, right? But this is part of our custom, our nationality, our custom. It's not religious at all, but people perceive it to be religious. But it's a custom. So if you find an innocent man in the field and he's dead, no one knows who he is. Which Esau don't do that. There's so many missing people, dead bodies, all sorts of things, unsolved mysteries, unsolved murders that go on, right? And but let me keep going. And it says, let me keep going to get to my point. It says, and the priests, the sons of Levi, shall come near, for them Yahweh thy power, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, have chosen to minister unto him and to bless the name of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And the reason why I say Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, in case you don't understand, Yahweh Shai, who is his son, has always existed and has always been around. He's always been there, except for the times that he came on earth, as Solomon, for instance, when he came as himself, as Yahweh Shai, right? Also Isaac, right? Can't forget that he was Isaac. And there's regenerations, right? Which gives you the understanding that that these spirits have lived, and Yahweh and Yahweh Shai is fully invested in their people, right? So this is not just a religious thing, it's our custom, So, and it says, bless the name of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, by their word, whichever controversy and every stroke be tried. Ooh. Right? And the elders and all the elders of the city that are next unto the slain man shall, and this where I was, you have to understand that Pontius Pilate would have to have understood this custom right here. Watch. And shall wash their hands over the heifer that is beheaded in the valley, and they shall answer and say, our hands have not shed this blood, neither have our eyes seen it. So they're basically saying, hey, we're innocent of this righteous, or this innocent man's blood, or this man who died, and we don't know what went on, and so we're innocent of this blood, so we're washing our hands of this. So Pontius Pilate would have to understand and had to have known that is our custom. That was the Israelites' custom. That's why when you look at the Amplified version, they put ceremony or ceremonially, like in reference to. Just, so with all that, I want to give all praises and all honor and all glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rekha Kodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and do well. To the elder apostles in Connecticut. To the bishops, the priests, the teachers, the evangelists, and the four winds preaching in truth and sincerity, risking their lives more now than ever, the hopeful elect, Shalom. To the Israelite foreigners whose phenotype may look like another nation, but bloodline goes back to Israel through your father and have come back to the fold, Shalom. To you sisters, you Akwathim, who listen and learn under your husband, which is your spiritual leader, with meekness and with silence and a Bible ball.